Young Minds Matter was a conference idea that came to light a few years back in recognizing the importance of bringing the youth voice. The youth are creative, they're passionate, and yes, they bring a lot of energy. But not only that, they bring a lot of insight as well, which is so powerful. And that, I think, is probably one of the key things that it's really coming across in the panels and also in the individual discussions that are happening in the hallways. They are the individuals who will be the leaders and the adults of the future. And to be able to hear where they are currently in their point in life is so important because they are living day in and day out what it's like to be a youth in our society.
I've loved meeting everybody here and learning about all the different ideas that have been presented. And for me, mental health really closely connects to psychology. And as a passionate individual for medicine and neuroscience, being able to be mentally healthy as well as being physically healthy, I believe they're both foundational elements of well-being. And so Young Minds Matter really helps me understand what young individuals are going through from a mental health perspective and how we can best help those individuals proceed and succeed in upcoming years.
I've realized that my mental health, my dealing with stress, my feeling of being overwhelmed from all this schoolwork, all this pressure, that we'll be talking about later, the GPA system, etc. I found that one of the ways I best dealt with this was through the students and the fellow peer groups and support systems I was able to develop for myself.
I think my interest in mental health first started during my high school period. There was a lot of pressure and stress on both me and I saw in a lot of my classmates too, pressure to do well, whether it was academics, extracurriculars, or just making social connections or friends in general.
I think it's really important to have a conference like this that's really about young people and the voice and the power that they have to really help us understand what they're dealing with, but also lift up the solutions that are going to help with their own mental health and well-being.
Another form of community violence exposure is being a victim. And up to 70% of Black adolescents have been a victim of violence. So some of those things I just listed have them seeing or hearing about happening to someone else, they have experienced directly themselves.
Young Minds Matter is a great opportunity for organizations to come together and also for us to also hear from the youth themselves how their experience has been, what their challenges are, and how can we also help them move forward with it.
Anytime we can listen to young people, what their interests are, what they're doing, the advocacy that they're doing about any number of things that they're passionate about, I always get something from that I can carry forward into my work. I think everybody here is probably having that same experience, and so it's going to change the way a lot of people here do their work moving forward.
In our panel, we had people from high school speaking. In our project, we took takeaways from elementary school students, and we're doing this with adults to execute action. And so everyone can offer a perspective. All it takes from people is the willingness to learn about them. And so always ask what more can be done to improve mental health in the community.
We're not just here to discuss an issue with our youth, we're also here to give grace and give them a platform to share all the successes they've had contributed to. So I really hope we keep uplifting the work that youth and youth-based organizations are doing, but also at a policy level, I hope people are bringing youth to the table because without youth, without organizing, policy work will be inevitable.
The neighbors and stakeholders of the community telling us what is important for us, right? It's not our organization coming in and telling them, hey, well, we're gonna give you health initiatives. No, well, what if they don't need that, right? What if that's not important to them, right?
Meeting with a lot of other people who are working on issues that are ancillary to our issues as well, so networking and making connections so we can all try to achieve our goals together.
I love building community and socializing with other individuals, and I think that as soon as students kind of step outside of their bubble and really help other peers around them, other classmates, and interact with them. I think that's the biggest motivator for improving mental well-being and social well-being, both in classrooms as well as in social settings.
I'm so excited and so pleased with our partnering with the Prevention Institute. They have a vision and mission that align with that of the Hogg Foundation, so it was a great partnership in supporting and working with them.
Taking a breath returns us to our mission and our purpose. It helps us to listen to the screams on the other end of the phone, or the room, or the work. Remember that we are called to this work, each of us, because we are uniquely equipped because of our lived experience to do the work. Vision isn't given to everyone, and everyone won't understand. The vision requires that we understand where it came from and where we are going, and we take position and stand in it.
If you're doing work on behalf of young people, they need to be centered in the work. You need to have youth helping design the work. You need to have youth out there advocating for what they need. We also need to make sure that there are healthy communities out there and community environments that support the needs of our young people.